say my name, that's Sam Law. Hear myself when I hear y'all talk. See my kicks when I see y'all walk. Flex on me, y'all ain't strong. Say my name, that's Sam Law. Still on top, yeah, it's been that long. They won't know till I say I'm gone. They won't know, say my name. Hey everyone, welcome to the That Sam Law Show. Our guest today is Bebe Palmer, aka Lipstick and Lyrics, aka Hood Baby Oprah.
Ooh, that's a lot.
It is a lot. Bebe is someone that I've known for quite a few years. She caught me in that phase of my life where I didn't know if I was coming or going, but I feel like I knew more that I was going. You know, and I've gotten to watch her blossom and watch her grow, and we've had our moments where we're like friends and then we're not friends and then we're friends again, but we still, no matter what, kind of always find our way back to each other, and I'm grateful to God that we always find our way back to each other. So Bebe, tell us who you are.
My real name is Brittany Flake.
Hey, take flight.
Take flight.
Food out.
My name is Bebe. The first time my name came from a joke because I used to get, when I was younger, that I looked like Keke Palmer, so a lot of people called me Bebe Palmer, and it kind of just stuck. But overall, I'm a culture curator. I do a lot of things for Black culture, and we do the same things. We just talk, and we got good vibes to us. So I like to say that I do different things for music so that we can have different audiences. I make playlists, events, and I just bring indie artists to new audiences.
Great. You're all about the music. I'm into the music, but like I'm very particular. You're like, listen, you got your eyes on it. Like you're tuned in. I'm like, if I'm out casually, I like that. I'm gonna put that out there. But you're like tuned in, you're locked in, and you give a lot of artists exposure, and that's important as an artist who might not have. So I was listening to The Shop. I was watching The Shop, listening to it. You know how with pods you kind of don't watch, you listen even if it's on the TV. And on The Shop they said record labels used to back in the day help you find your audience, but nowadays if you're an artist, you better already have your audience.
Yes.
You know, and you're that person that says, hey, I'm going to put this together, that together, and we're going to help bring the audience to you. And you're necessary for an artist today. They're missing out if they don't know you.
It's fun because I like to present artists as like a package. So it's like if you're into Missy Elliott, like say for instance.
I can't stand
Yes, we love Missy Elliott. So I would present to you LaKaylee 47 and you're like, what? Huh? And then I'll play one of her songs and I'm like, this feels like Missy. And it's like, that's a lane that we haven't had. So anything that resonates Missy is something, we missed that. So it's like, oh, I never heard of this girl. She's not even signed. And I'm like, it feels like Missy, so you would like it. So it's easy to pitch or package that artist to you. So I try to tell a lot of artists, like, it's really how, if you're inspired by something from the past, it's okay.
Right.
Because I miss Britney Spears.
Girl, listen, she about to have a baby, y'all. What's that about? I don't know when this show gonna air, but when it does air, she might have had the baby. No, I don't think so. But she's pregnant, so
yeah, but
I'm happy for her. She outside. She back outside.
She's back outside. She free.
She free. We freed Britney Spears. Thank you, everybody who contributed to that.
But yeah, that's what I do. I just give you new music.
We appreciate you for what you do because there's artists that I've been exposed to. You've exposed artists that are close to me. Yeah, heck, you even gave me exposure, and I'm not quite an artist. You know, I have a little theme song, but I'm not quite an artist. And for somebody who has that itch or that even for music or that penchant for music, you really get them out there and you say, hey, you dedicate your heart and soul to this. You were just at South by Southwest.
Yes, it was fun.
What was that experience like?
A lot of networking. I was able to get other music apps and a lot of PR work, which I don't really like to push that I do PR, but I do. So I like.
For us another stream, get all of them.
Yeah. So I was able to connect with other executives So it's also like, you know, I could add that to my package of like, okay, I'm not going to pitch you to my audience. I'm going to pitch you to an A&R, which a lot of people, well, a lot of artists assume that I am an A&R and I'm not. But it's in the back of my head. It's a
If it's
thought.
something you want to
It's a
do,
thought.
listen, go for it.
It's a
I ain't gonna stop you. I feel like, listen, you do, like I said, multiple streams of income. The gurus say you should have 7. So
6.
we've already 6.
It's six
All right,
streams.
plus the extra one for luck.
Yes.
And you know, you already mentioned 3, so
Yeah.
we gonna find out what the other 3
Oh
are.
yeah, I'm up to stuff.
That's what's up. So where did your love of music come from, and have you ever made music of your own?
My love for music came because my mom worked 3 jobs and my dad was in and out as a kid.
Are you
so-
Jamaican?
I'm Jamaican. My mom worked 3 jobs, so literally, like, I like to say I was raised by the record player. Like, I just lay on the ground listening to music all day, and by the time I'm done listening to music, my mom come off from work. So it's just like, oh, it's like being 10, 11. It's like there's no babysitter. Your auntie lived upstairs and she knows you're blasting music. You're okay. So I've just always been surrounded around music.
Wait, I gotta ask you a question for
What
1
happened?
second. Did you have a boombox?
Of course.
Yes!
Of
Were you that
course.
girl laying upside down
Down.
with her feet
Yes.
on a bed, the boombox?
Mhm.
Did you ever, hold up, we dating ourselves. Did you ever put tape on a cassette to record music over it?
I'm gonna really date myself. You ever remember Just For Me?
Yes.
The perm that
Yes.
came with the tape that you
Yes.
could record over it?
Yes. That's how I learned the trick.
Yes.
They don't know nothing about that. Yeah, they don't know nothing about that.
And they had a theme song. For what reason? Did a perm need a theme song?
It did. Yes, it did. Now that I work for a hair company, I realize they probably need a theme
They
song
probably
too.
need
I ain't gonna put them on blast because that wouldn't be right. But they could probably stand to use this theme song. If they want to use the That Sam Lord theme song, we would license it.
Yeah, we would
But,
definitely
you know.
sync that. Get that sync money.
Listen. But back to the question: Have you ever made music of your own?
I secretly want to, and like at first when I was thinking about like, oh, I want to just write music because I like to write, and I was like, I'm gonna just come out as an incognito artist and be a silhouette, and then her existed, and I was like, okay, never mind, I don't want to do it anymore.
Yeah, she's a lot.
So I always said that I probably would just make something on some Angie Martinez, drop it, and then just say I did it and just leave. You know, like somebody doing a theme song. That's Sam Law.
Hey,
Okay,
myself when I
Go
hear
just
y'all
drop
talk.
one, drop it and go.
Drop and go. I like that. A lot of artists aren't about the drop and go. Artists want all this and they want all that. Sometimes drop. Yo, that's the one-hit wonders of
One-hit
today.
wonders.
Drop and go. We gonna call it that.
I missed the one hit.
Bebe done coined the phrase. We got a phrase coined on the That Sam Lord
Drop the
show.
song and go.
Drop and go. Listen, artists, there's money in that. Drop and go. So Long Island has a lot of musical talent, and a lot haven't been able to break into the mainstream. Why do you think that is?
I feel like a lot haven't been able to break in because they're not focused on themselves. A lot of them tend to get angry that they're not getting acknowledgement, and it's like you just started making music a month ago. Lizzo had a song that was out for 6 years.
What was that? That was the one she
Yeah,
hit with.
it was out for
Why being
6
great, so
years.
they gotta be great.
6 years. So it takes years for a song to break. So if you're mad at the first 3 months, you shouldn't be doing this.
We had a guest on the show that talked about how she wrote a song when she was in like 7th grade, and now she's a senior.
Yeah.
7th, 8th grade, now she's a senior. And she sat on it for 3 years, and now, right now, it's like hitting people
Now it's
hard.
hitting.
Yeah. There's
It's
nothing
hard.
wrong in letting your music marinate. Let that joint marinate. What else do you think might be a reason that it's hard for them to break
Focusing
through?
on themselves. Like there's so many people like, oh, that person got support. Why not me? And it's like, it's just not your time. Sometimes it's not your time, and that's okay. Also, they're not investing in themselves money wise. Because an efficient rollout is something I always try to tell people. You know that your album drops on the 20th. Why are you not doing podcasts? Why are you not properly promoting yourself? Why are you not getting into email marketing? There's text marketing. It's like there's a whole circuit of things that you have to hit before you think to even hit radio. To me, radio is the last thing you need to hit. Because
Dang,
it
I
costs,
should be dropping bombs right now.
it costs about They say that it costs about a good $36,000 for them to play your song on the radio.
Payola.
It's payola.
That's somebody's salary. That's a Starbucks employee salary.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's even more, but it's like before you even talk about radio, work on your relationships with other people.
You feel like you need radio to hit?
No. I don't think so.
I don't listen to the radio anymore.
Nobody listens to radio. Playlists are really what's pushing. But honestly, it's your relationships. Because you can have relationships with somebody that's cool with somebody that's a DJ, and they'll want to play your song because they don't have nothing else to play.
That's a fact.
So that $36,000 ends up being free. But it's your
Free
relationship.
99.
It's your relationship. It's who you know.
That's important. Knowing who you know. And I know BB.
Listen, if you
Do you know BB?
listen,
I know BB. Do you know BB? Because if you don't, you better find out. You better ask somebody. So when you're listening to a new artist, what are you looking for? Like what makes that sound hit you, give you an eargasm?
I think about the song and where would I listen to the song at? Because everybody knows there's certain songs you would not play in front of other people because it's probably an emotional song.
Facts.
Or this is songs that you might play when you're cleaning the house.
Facts.
And there's this songs that you play in the club.
Or you get ready and go.
Get ready, pre turn up songs. So I always think about like where would I listen to this song? Or there's songs that you just watch in the middle of a show.
That's
which
true.
makes it great because it's sync worthy. So it's like, all right, this song would be profitable here. And also music is subjective. It's not for everybody.
You know, I was reading Questlove's book. I don't remember the name of it, but I think it's called The Creative Quest. And one of the things, I'm not going to quote him because I would be totally misquoting, but one of the things that stood out to me is kind of like this thematic where he said, a song that becomes like a I want to say this right, titular song. Listen, if I said this wrong, y'all tell me how to say it in my comment section. But a song that kind of plays throughout your life, it hit at a moment that was important. He actually references the Alanis Morissette, it's like rain
Ironic.
on a wedding day.
That song hits different.
And I thought about, it does, and I thought
different.
about how old I was when I heard that song. I thought about being in my grandmother's living room. I thought about my brother playing that album, Jagged Little Pill, for me.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, I think that moment makes me think about my big brother and how important he is to me. And just how important he made music to me. My brother was a big piece of why I love music. And it's just like those moments. So when you
Do
say,
you call them when you hear songs like that?
do I call my brother
your
now?
brother.
Hell no.
I do that with my brother. Like,
No way, he don't even answer the phone. We don't answer the phone.
Like,
one thing you're gonna find out about Sam Lord, she does not answer the phone. She does not like phone
she's
calls.
not lying.
Text me, email me, DM me. But if you call me, I'm gonna be like, yeah.
No,
You can call me.
Listen,
Most people can't call me.
my
That's an
siblings-
access only line.
my siblings really influenced my taste in music. Like my older sister, she got me into like neo soul and like Bilal. Like anytime I listen to like Bilal, I'm like, hey, you remember this? And I was probably like 8 listening to stuff like that, which is weird.
My brother and I, our big thing was D'Angelo.
Oh.
Brown Sugar. Like, and I'm still a D'Angelo fan to this day. One of the things I did with my dad the year before he passed was, my brother didn't get to go because he was celebrating his own Father's Day. But for Father's Day, we went to Forest Hill Stadium, and we actually got to see D'Angelo live in concert. I bought some bougie seats, like in the front or whatever.
Yes.
And that was like one of the last major things I got to do with my dad.
That's
good. You know, and it was a fire experience. But my brother definitely put me on the D'Angelo.
Listen, there's so many things. I think I called that's why I said, did you call your sibling? Because I called my brother.
Nah.
Because here's a little trick about me. I'm really not a crazy Fabulous fan because I feel like Fabulous didn't give enough albums. Fab gives a lot of mixtapes. So I'm not a crazy Fab fan because I'm a little disappointed in his, like he should be further than where he is. So one thing I remember, the song with Tamaya that he has.
I'm So Into You.
Yes, I remember listening to that song.
That was her song first, and then he flipped it.
I remember listening to that song with my brother, and my brother was like, this is the weakest verse he's ever done. And I used to be
can't
like,
really explain
I was
it.
like, have you in the blues so hard you would think I was crippin'? I was like, that sounds good. And mind you, I was younger saying, oh, this sounds amazing. And now I'm in my 30s, I'm like, dang, my brother was right. Like, this is a very amateur song.
Like, yo, it's so funny. Me and my boyfriend were talking about the other day about bars that stink. And we were talking about Drake's bar when he gets. I was like, man, I love Moment for Life until Drake comes on and his jaw dropped. He was like, you're the biggest Drake fan ever. I said, yeah, but who wants to hear? Somebody give me the what is the line? Bow wow wow, drop down to your knees. No! After all that stuff Nicki said, excuse me. Absolutely not. I'm standing up, sir. I'm not dropping to my knees.
Listen, when you listen to music with your adult mind, you're gonna be like, I don't even like this no more.
Right, listen. That's a fact. So listen, make sure your music is timely. Y'all need to use SMART goals when y'all making songs. SMART, measurable, what is the A for? Anyone know? Attainable, realistic, and timely. Get it together.
Wow. I miss timeless music.
Listen, timeless music gonna last. All that other ish is here today and it's gone tomorrow. Shout out to Drake for that. We appreciate you for that. So listen, what are the top 5 indie artists you're listening to right now?
Top 5? You know I'm an R&B head, so because I kind of focus more on R&B because R&B isn't really played on the radio. We get rap all the time.
All the time.
But it's hard to find R&B, so that's where I'm.
It's always heartbreaking R&B. It's like my man done did me dirty and slept with my cat. Why?
It's a good mix.
Shout outs to Poughkeepsie.
5 is a lot. 5 is a lot.
All right, just give us like 2.
I'll do a good 3.
Okay.
I'm into this guy named Samo. He's an R&B singer from North Carolina. He is like real soulful, and he does do like heartbreaking songs. And I'm into this girl named Shay Universe.
Okay.
If you get through a breakup, she's gonna get you through the breakup. And not on no sad stuff. She's gonna sing some stuff like, you lose, it's your fault, you're lost. And her album just dropped last week and I've been playing that heavy in rotation.
Okay.
Rap wise, I'm on Denzel Curry. He's not indie, but he just dropped something 2 weeks ago, and I'm like looking at the world like, why y'all not talking about this? So Denzel Curry and Big Crit, but he's up there too.
You put me onto an artist at the crib, some guy from Arizona. Was it Arizona?
He's from Long Island, but he lives in Florida. Pharaoh.
He was alright.
Yes, his voice is very distinctive. I'm really tied in when guys have really significant voices.
That matters.
Yeah,
that matters. So, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years. Ooh, okay.
Hood baby Oprah.
Hood baby Oprah. I'm gonna be really honest and transparent. I do see myself running an annual festival in New York.
I get backstage passes, right?
Oh, yeah. Yes. And I do see myself having some type of branding or a real label, because I do want to have a label, but I don't want to be like one of those labels that steal everything from the artist.
Right.
So that's why I said more branding and just be able to really have them be an artist.
Okay. Well, listen, I'm here for it. You know I'm all about it. You know I'm be at your festival backstage.
Listen,
eating
you gotta
chips.
be there.
I'm eating all the chips. If there's chips backstage, I'm eating them all.
You gotta be there.
I'm ready to be there. I think I've been ready to be there for a long time. So we're gonna put that in the 5-year plan.
For sure.
And I'm gonna be there. And we gonna pull up on Bebe. Yes. And Bebe, we got some off topic. No, before we go off topic, I wanna ask you this. Name a song that describes you the most right now.
Right now of all time. Right now. A song that describes me right now. I'm gonna have to go through my phone right quick.
Do your thing. We got a minute.
I need a reminder.
Bebe's going through her phone. Listen.
I need
Miss
a reminder.
Lipstick and Lyrics and Hood Baby Oprah. She's finding that song.
I'm gonna find the song because I'm not going to.
It's timely.
A timeless song that describes me.
It's timely right now. This is you right now. Bebe in the moment.
That describes me right now, or I can't be that crazy with it.
We could do the Jeopardy music. Do do do.
Yes, line it up, line it up, line it up.
Come on, background. Do do.
Line it up.
Line
it up, line it up.
She's getting that song together.
I'm trying to think because I'm not gonna sit here and lie.
We don't want you. We want the truth, so we gonna get that song together.
I want to say nausea on call.
What's that song about?
Like basically, it's okay. I'm not drinking right now, but it's one of those songs that basically she's like, I'm gonna have you on call anytime I'm drinking alcohol. Like, basically.
She's
So
lining it up.
that's more
That's
my
the
feel.
after brunch dude.
That's the,
hey,
you know?
my after brunch dude became a dude. Be
Listen,
careful.
that's the after brunch song, and I'm in like, I love brunch.
I do too.
Love brunch.
I'm all about a good brunch.
So it's basically one of those songs that, like, you know, the way I'm living right now, I kind of want to focus on my business. So I feel like if anybody really caught me in a romantic type of way, it's probably because I'm like drinking. So I do think that's like, I only think about love. Like, you know what? I want a hug. I just drank. So that's the only reason why I say that song fits me now.
Okay.
Not right now. I'm not drinking.
This is
but
your
you know.
momentals. It's timely.
Yeah.
So it's right now. You ain't drinking, but
Liquor
you might be later. It's
courage.
Friday night.
Yes.
It might not be Friday when this airs, but it's Friday night. You know what I'm saying? Anytime after 5. It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
In the words of my good old boy, Jimmy Buffett, 5 o'clock somewhere.
I love that phrase.
So you had this tweet that you put out, and it said,
Ooh.
reassurance hits different when it's not asked for. Would
Yes.
you like to expand on that?
I feel like we as, like, I don't even want to make it gender-based. Anybody, any type of reassurance. You see somebody building a house and you go past that house, every day that man is building that house. And then you go over there, you might give him some water and be like, oh, you really doing a good job. He might finish that house because you brought, like, you uplifted him.
That's a
So
fact.
I said that because somebody randomly hit me up and was like, I see what you're doing and I love what you do. And sometimes we as creators, we just create because it feels good, but we don't know who's watching. And we don't know who actually cares about what we do.
Facts. That's
Yo,
a fact.
it's crazy.
That's a fact. I'm starting to realize people are watching. You know, the first people you want to know that are watching is your family and
Yes.
friends. But now I'm starting to realize, like, people that I got asked to be in a music video the other day, and I was just like, cat, and they were like, listen, we're gonna pay you, but it has to be you. And I'm like, why? And they're like, because I've been watching, and I'm like, and I want you in there. And I was like, wow, okay.
It feels
it's
kind
a
of
cool
good,
feeling.
but it feels kind of creepy. But then it feels cool because it's
Yeah,
like
it's
you
like,
have to
okay.
remind yourself, like, okay, but I really started this, so I should just accept. You
Right,
know.
we're doing this intentionally. We're not doing this just because we're doing this because we like doing it. We're
Yes.
doing this because we care. We're doing it because it can make us money, and we're doing this because this is our passion.
Nothing else works.
Hey,
You know, just like you were talking earlier, that your degree
facts.
didn't feel good to like listen to people about their problems, and I was like, I was doing administration, so I was just like, I was doing administration, so it's just like I just didn't feel fulfilled.
Facts.
So
Hey, listen, we gotta fill our souls. We gotta pour into each other, and we gotta pour into ourselves.
that's a fact.
So here's our fun question.
Yay.
In your own words, what do you see is wrong with the dating world in your generation?
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah?
this is a loaded
Oh,
question
yeah?
because I know you. I
Is
gotta
this-
ask these loaded
Is this
questions.
where you want to go with this?
Hell yeah.
Okay. I feel like people aren't patient with patient with other genders. You're not patient with your partner, whoever you deal with. You're not being patient or considerate, because a lot of people come and they picking partners out of loneliness, not thinking like, you know, I want to be your friend. Figure out your trauma. Because like I tell everybody, the focal point of dating is that dating means collecting data. It means collecting data.
Talk to them.
And once you collect the data, then you can move to the next level of whether you want to be committed. When you're
Facts.
collecting the data, that means you're seeing all the red flags. The red flags, they're waving like a soca party.
Sure.
The red flags are
compa.
there.
Shout out to the Haitian community.
And here's the thing, you know what makes the red flags really blurry? Your loneliness.
Facts.
If you're lonely, you're gonna be like, you know what, that's not a red flag. It's
Or if
pink.
you're afraid to be alone.
You're
you might
afraid to
not even
be
be quite
alone.
lonely.
You're
People
gonna
be
look at it-
in their next relationship before they finish their last one.
Exactly. And it's just like, you know what makes, like, I noticed like in the past, I picked guys because I was just like, dag, I was by myself and I couldn't take it. And I'm just like, I could have just stuck it out and made a better choice.
Facts.
He didn't have to be my boyfriend. He could have been a friend. So I feel like people's mistake is that they're not collecting data and just seeing them for what they are. When guys say, I like you, but I am not ready for a relationship, do not change the narrative.
Just either
Listen,
just chill with them or
he-
just run.
he said he does not wanna
out
be
and
with
Get your
you.
free dinners while you're out with the guy who wants to be with you.
He does not want to be with you, sis. I appreciate
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Have a different Tuesday, Thursday.
Listen, I appreciate honesty. If he gave me a choice to exit, once he says, I do not want to be with you, but this is all I have to offer you. And I'm like, that's not enough. Okay, I'm gone.
Facts.
Loneliness.
That's for men too.
Listen,
sometimes I feel like men aren't listening. I feel like sometimes
you can't put it on men.
I was in a long relationship and I felt like my partner did not want to hear that I did not want to have any more kids at the time. He did not want to hear it, and he kept doing things to like impose his will on me, and that broke us because it was like, bro, I have 2 children. Why? Like I just finished school. Like there's things I want to do to get ahead, you know. And I was a teen mom. I was a 15-year-old mom. My kid's getting ready to go to college, my oldest one. And they just were not hearing it. And I was like, listen, I'm never going to fulfill your needs. You're always going to hate me because I don't want to have kids with you. And I don't want to have kids right now. It was a 6-year discussion until finally I was like, nah. And now they're even more mad because now I want to have kids. Well, I had 6 years to decide I wanted to do that.
You can do whatever you want with your body.
Your mind
you just didn't want to have kids with them. If you don't feel secure, like having kids is a big responsibility.
It is.
You probably
but I gave him out.
Yeah.
Multiple times, and he still tried to.
You can't give people out if you're not trying to be out too, so you know.
Nah, I was told him, like, listen, this isn't it. Eventually, I guess he heard it. Now he can go be and have his kids with who he wants, and now that I'm ready, I'll have a child when I'm ready. If I don't, I'll adopt with someone that I'm ready for. So that's, you know.
That's not bad. You're giving somebody a better life.
You're freeing people. Stay free. So, Bebe, I hate to say it, but our time here has come to a close. I mean, our personal time. We're going to kiki after this, but our time on the show has come to the close. So, how can the audience connect with you? Where can they find Miss Lipstick and Lyrics at?
I'm big on Instagram, so that's at lipstick, the letter N, lyrics, S, and ends with a Z. So there's that, and I have a website that's in the link of that bio. Easy to find on there.
All right. Well, my dear friend, thank you for coming and kicking it with me.
I loved it.
I appreciate you. I can't wait to see where you're headed. I'm glad that you've closed some doors and you're walking into new doors. And I'm proud of you. And real quick, I do gotta ask you this question.
Lord.
This might not be valid when this airs, but it's valid to me right now. How do you feel about this rumor with ASAP and Rihanna? And not even so much that he might have stepped out. How do you feel about him stepping out with someone in the crew?
I really feel like it's nothing to be too shocked about because that type of stuff happens in real life.
Right.
And it's just like we have to separate the fact that it's Rihanna because that could happen to one of our friends.
Facts.
I feel more hurt that he's stepping out, if he stepped out.
If it's true, because we don't know yet.
That she's pregnant.
Right.
Because I feel like in that stance, a woman sacrificing her body and you go out and you do that. Yeah. And she's a billionaire. That's a billionaire body.
Yeah.
I don't think he did that. He can't.
We don't know. By the time this airs, we might know the truth. But what irks my nerves is like, yo, it was somebody in the foundation of her business. And it's like, bro, there's so many pretty little, we don't know who they are, is that you had to use somebody in the crew. Listen, we don't crew love. Stay away from the crew.
Don't mess with the bag.
Get your own people. Do your own thing. I don't condone cheating. I do condone alternative lifestyles, but just stay away from the crew. Please, respect each other. Have respect. You can have respect. Crazy. All right, well, that's it with That Simba Show. Hey.
All y'all enjoy me, the song y'all can step with.